Basically, it's nobody knows what we do unless we don't do it. We're the first ones to get here, and first thing the guys are going to do is come in and look for their laundry. So if something's messed up with that, you're going to have to deal with it.
I could have swore somebody's blue sweater had a big gaping hole in it.
Everything has its place. You have to put things where they belong, and spur of the moment. If a guy needs a pair of gloves or a guy needs a new pair of shin pads or a pair of skates, we know where to go for them.
On a game day, you have to sharpen skates, you have to get the uniforms and stuff and all that ready, but there could be any type of random things that come at us.
There's no typical day, especially if you're going to be here through the game. You have no idea what's going to happen during that game.
You're good. Oh, you're done. Different packages come in. Something may change in our schedule for the next day. We could be packing for the road. We might be getting ready for a practice in a different facility tomorrow. It has its pros and cons. I mean, no doubt about it. It's great working in the NHL and for pro hockey in general. So it's fun, but there's some grind to it too.
I remember seeing Rip and those guys, and I always looked at them and wow, man, those guys look really tired. Why are they so tired? Well, now you know.
It's a huge commitment. You're away from home constantly. So there's sacrifices made that people just can't understand.
Every day is different. You just know that it's going to start really early and it's going to end really late.
We have all the qualities of a crew that can do everything. I got to know Dave through Rochester, and George was at our practice rink at Saberland.
I was young in the NHL and new, and having Ripper by my side helped open so many doors for me.
Rip, he's been around hockey his whole life. I mean, he's lived it.
I've gained a lot of relationships and close friends, and I've watched Marcus Foligno, who's with the team now, grow up.
He's been a staple here, obviously, and we lean on him for his advice a lot.
So what we did was I gave him those sleeves, those long sleeves that are for your arms, and he's putting it over the top of the sock, which is not a bad idea. Dave's done a great job. I mean, he knows the ins and outs of the game. He handles the orders and the sticks, and everybody wants a different flex in their stick.
Yeah, he's no nonsense. Like every morning, he puts his cereal back here and he gets like 3 bites because everyone's always needling for sticks or skate sharpenings or whatever. So I like to throw a little helmet screw in there or maybe a clip or something.
Nothing to see here. Nothing. Make it okay. It's all set. No problems. Okay. All right. I found helmet screws in my lunch yesterday. George's got a lot of time in his hands.
Actually running out of things to put in it. I was hoping he'd maybe switch and have an omelet so I could really mess with that.
If you're going to war, you want George on your team. If you cut him open, he's bleeding blue and gold, that kid.
That's it! That's what I'm looking for!
George is loved by the players. He's the type of guy that will do anything for anybody.
He gets the job done no matter what it takes. He's not afraid to tell somebody right to their face what he feels either. But you need that. I mean, we work some crazy hours. You gotta every once in a while just be able to chuckle and laugh and blow off steam.
We have a good time, but we also have a job to do. And we always do it. And if we can go at the end of the day and have nobody complain about us, we're happy.
Never took home ec. You gotta teach yourself how to sew. I did that.
Just repairing a jersey that's kind of tore up from the last fight. We're playing the Bruins. There's a good chance there could be a tussle.
Situations arise in the NHL where you might have an injury, a guy may have an injury, and our guys see it and they're like, I don't want that to happen to me, so maybe I should consider doing this.
We just had a big issue with the cut-proof socks. Some guys wanted them, some guys didn't want them.
What's the difference between both of them?
Just the materials inside of them.
But are they the same, both cut resistant? Let's find out.
Well, we've had our own experience with lacerations from skate cuts ourselves, so we've been down this road a little bit. We do have players using anti-cut socks as well as most other teams have some players using them now. A player could have puck impact, a skate laceration, something, and you have to come up with ways to protect them. So you got to add a pad here or devise something there. If there's a request and we got to fulfill it, we'll try to create our own way of doing it.
Good, son. That's what you want, right? That's good. You like it?
Like a glove. Want some plastic tape?
Like a glove.
You're prepared for just about anything, it happens so fast and you don't want the player to miss a shift. You got to have some quick fix that you could do out there on the bench to get him to have his next shift, and then in between periods you'll fix it, the proper way.
We just want to be there for the players if they need us. Just trying to keep the players satisfied and have them playing at their best ability.
Winning's always good. People smiling. Some things can get overlooked there, here and there, but
When you win, it's the most euphoric place to be. Like, there isn't a person that's, unhappy whether they didn't play or didn't play a lot of minutes. Every day is Christmas and every night is New Year's Eve. I mean, if that's all I ever want to do is work in pro hockey, work for the Sabres, and I got that opportunity, and hopefully I can keep doing it until we win the Stanley Cup.
the team goes on to win the Stanley Cup. You're right there, part of it. Your name's on that cup too, just like the players and the coaching staff. That's a huge benefit, huge perk, huge reward. So that's all our goals, from general manager down to equipment manager. So
it wouldn't be heartbreaking for me not to win the Stanley Cup, but I've been here around 42 years, and I've got to work with 10,000 players. And the 10,000 players, I hope, consider when they leave Buffalo that they're my friends. That's important to me.
Like I said, myself personally, I'd like to win it before Rip Samoan retires. Bottom line.